Hi, everyone, and welcome back. 20 before the top of the hour on this Wednesday night. Well, the master of unpredictability is interested in how we predict the weather. Comedian Louis Black recently chatted with our own Dave Schwartz, and he has a definite view on what we do.
Hi, I'm Dave Schwartz, along with Louis Black, a comedian. You recognize him from HBO and Comedy Central, among other places. You got a new book out, too.
And I have a book called Nothing's Sacred.
Nothing is Sacred.
Yes.
Including the Weather Channel and the weather, as I understand it.
Yes.
Because you told me that being a weathercaster is the easiest job there is.
Of course it is. Look, they give you the map. All you do is point at it.
All right.
It's the best.
What are we looking at here, for example?
Now here, I'll show you, Dave. What we're looking at, a lot of people call this atmospheric moisture. Where do they get this from? Where does this map come from? This is actually a sonogram. That's right. They go to hospitals and they get sonograms of infants, and they just, now if you can look here, let me get this here. See where that green, see where this is moving around here? That's actually, if you look closely, as it comes back again, that'll be a baby boy.
Okay, you can see more Mr. Lewis and also Mr. Schwartz coming up tonight at Evening Edition West Coast. That's starting at midnight Eastern Time. Goes right on through the overnight hours as well.
Hi, I'm Dave Schwartz. Good to see you. You're local on the 8th coming up in 2 minutes. But first, it's not every day a celebrity makes a stop here at the Weather Channel. So when one comedian came by, we thought we'd ask him for a little help. Time for your celebrity forecast here on the Weather Channel. I'm Dave Schwartz, and we've got a special guest for you, my friend, tonight, Mr. Louis Black. Comedian, you see him on Comedy Central, HBO. He's right here in our studios. Louis, come on in here.
My pleasure.
Such a pleasure to have you here
today. Nice to be here. Nice to meet you, finally.
And I understand that you are a weather freak. You're a Weather Channel fan.
Yes.
And there's a special place in your heart for all this. Is that
yes,
right?
There is. Weather and weathermen, I think that you guys have really it's the easiest job on earth, and I wish I had targeted my time. I went to theater school, and if I had known that I could make the breakthrough like Roker and Willard Scott, I'd have gone straight to meteorology.
You may know him from The Daily Show on Comedy Central, or maybe from his specials on HBO.
But tonight our guest weatherman will join us all through the evening, so stick with us. Of course, we have local on the 8th, then we go coast to coast.
Hi, I'm Dave Schwartz, along with Louis Black, a comedian. You recognize him from HBO and Comedy Central, among other places. You got a new book out, too.
And I have a book called Nothing's Sacred.
Nothing is Sacred.
Yes.
Including the Weather Channel and the weather, as I understand it.
Yes.
Because you told me that being a weathercaster is the easiest job there is.
Of course it is. Look, they give you the map. All you do is point at it.
All right.
It's the best.
What are we looking at here, for example?
Now here, I'll show you, Dave. What we're looking at, a lot of people call this atmospheric moisture. Where do they get this from? Where does this map come from? This is actually a sonogram. That's right. They go to hospitals and they get sonograms of infants, and they just, now if you can look here, let me get this here. See where that green, see where this is moving around here? That's actually, if you look closely, as it comes back again, that'll be a baby boy.
Hillary, I think our jobs are secure. You may know him from The Daily Show on Comedy Central, or maybe from one of his specials on HBO. But tonight, our guest weatherman, Louis Black, wants you to know him as our travel expert.
Let's go to the airport delays. You're going to love this, folks, because I'm going to teach you a few things about airport delays. Boston Logan, let me move back, is 0. That's a lie, okay? Boston Logan will never be 0 minutes delay, okay? Because Boston is in an area in which there's all sorts of fluctuations in weather, and it's this tiny little strip there at the edge of the city, and it's generally, you can be there, well, you never know. You can pick a number. New York LaGuardia, 30 minutes? Absolutely. It's always going to be 30 or 40 or 60. And let me tell you, folks out there who like to come to New York for the first time, why don't you fly into LaGuardia? Okay, it's our smallest airport. It's right there in the center of the city. So you can buzz a few buildings as you come in, and there's an airstrip. It was actually really probably too short for many of the jets. So a lot of the times, if the weather's disturbing, you're not even allowed to land at LaGuardia. And you have to fly out to JFK, or as I saw one day, the fire trucks are lined up all the way down to welcome you just before you skid and hit the water.
Comedian Lewis Black. Available to you. He's got DVDs, he's got a new book out, and you can see him on The Daily Show from time to time. Hey, if you've ever seen comedian Lewis Black in action, you know he has definite opinions on everything.
He thinks doing weather is the easiest job. So tonight, he wants to give you the forecast for one of his appearances.
Do it, Holmes.
I'm Lewis Black, and I'm going to be in Las Vegas November 17th with Dave Attell, a very, very funny man. If you've not seen him, well worth your time. The weather there that day is going to be, and the weather inside the casino is going to be hot, hot, hot. You're probably going to lose a lot of money, so what you're going to do to prevent that, to get that kind of, oh, I got to gamble thing out, is to go to your room, get $100 in quarters, flush each and every one of those quarters down the toilet, and every so often it'll back up and you'll feel like a winner.
How about that, Hillary?
I don't know what to say. With the coughing, you could tell he spent a lot of time in the smoky casinos.
You hit the jackpot in the bathroom.